because the adrenal glands are very much linked to the immune system, adrenal responses and all that. So you can give a kick with such an oil. I would just pass it around. This is black spruce from Canada, and you can really enhance that adrenal response. Actually, there are substances which are very hormone-like substances, cortisone-like substances in the conifer oils, in all conifer oils, some less, some more, but this is a very powerful one. I love black spruce. Usually I take that, but it's not a must. You can take any of the conifer oils, and they have a large variety of substances. Of course, the monoterpenes are the most prevalent here, the most important.
Which one?
The monoterpenes. It's great. Yeah. So monoterpenes are one of the many compounds or families of compounds in essential oils. It's only one family, but it's a very important one. You know turpentine, you know? Yeah, it's a monoterpene. Turpentine. Yeah. And mono in this case means there's 10 carbon atoms in the molecule. Yeah. So usually essential oils are built up with 3 major compounds, atoms, carbon, hydrogen, oxygen. That's not all what it is, but in majority these 3 atoms link together in a very complex way. We have thousands of possible combinations of these in aromatherapy, and many of these are not even known. I mean, all the compounds possible in nature are not known. There are scientists that state that they will take a few hundred years before they can say they know all the compounds. So it's still not really all here, and it doesn't matter. It's just one aspect anyway of reaching into plants by analysis and compound research and all this. So let's go back to the monoterpenes. The monoterpenes are actually the first compounds which appear in nature in aromatherapy. In the aromatherapy of nature. Yeah, that's it. They are very old as it can be in nature. Usually the scientists today think that the conifer trees started about 200 million years ago. So long before us. So we have monoterpenes in the beginning, and from these develop all the other classes of compounds, through evolution. Through the plants arriving after the conifers. Of course there were trees and plants before the conifers, but they didn't have essential oils. A ginkgo has not an essential oil, it doesn't have. And a fern doesn't have it either, and other plants of course. And no algae, no mushroom has essential oils. Through evolution then plants create, as I said, more and more compound families also. Not only compounds, but compound families. And from the monoterpenes we can have, for example, alcohols, floral alcohols, or plant alcohols. It's not the alcohol which we drink, but it's the same structure, same thing. Floral alcohol, like the most famous in aromatherapy is linalool. Linalool. Huge amount of people love linalool. It's the one which characterizes rosewood, for example. Rosewood oil, 80% linalool. And it gives that sweetness. Floral alcohols usually are touching. They have a nice fragrance. They have that. But we have other plants where this compound appears. Linalool or geraniol. In our thyme here on the slopes, when we go on, we will smell the thyme. Smells geraniol, also linalool. It's a sweet mountain thyme. They have that also. And other plants have that. There's even a niauli in Australia, which has linalool and nerolidol. Yeah, you remember neroli, beautiful neroli oil? Maybe I have some here. Speaking of neroli.
Flower.
So in the final end, you can, at least that's what scientists say, that the family called Asteraceae is that one which also has a lot of new compounds and a lot of variety of compounds in it. So that is about 40 million years ago. So that is, at this moment, is the understanding that between 200 million years and 40 million years ago is the evolution of biochemical compounds in terms of aromatic compounds, yeah, essential oil compounds. You have also beautiful esters here. Yeah? It's another group, esters. Yeah. Esters is here the linalool acetate. Esters are combinations of fluoroalcohols and acids. Yeah? And they have the ending -yl acetate, linalool acetate. So it's a mix of linalool, who's an acid, and it changes into linalool acetate. Yeah? That's an ester. Usually you understand these compounds by their endings. Not always, unfortunately. There are some complications with the -ol ending. The -ol ending is sabotaged by others. Yeah. It's not only in the alcohols, yeah, we have it also in the ethers, we have it also in the oxides sometimes, so it's a little bit complicated. But usually can say, yes, that, for example, the "-ene" in monoterpene and alpha-pinene, for example, the "-ene" means a monoterpene. But it could also be a sesquiterpene. And what is a sesquiterpene? It's just also a terpenic compound, but it has more carbon atoms. Sesqui means 15 in Latin. So it has 15 carbon atoms, and monoterpene compounds have 10. 10 and 15. And when you see sesqui, you can immediately say if there is a high amount of sesquiterpenes in an oil, the oil must be more viscous, thicker. I told you, more carbon atoms means more matter, getting more, yeah, dense, more, yeah. And that's it. And that's what it means. And these guys come out quite late in distillation also. You know? When we distill, thank you, the first compounds coming out are the ones which are most volatile, the lightest ones. And the heavier guys, they come out later, it's normal. You know? And it's the same if we analyze an essential oil in a gas chromatograph, which is nothing else than just evaporating a micro volumes of some essential oil in a machine, and then measuring the outcome in the end, seeing what kind of compounds come out and what kind of compounds come first, and then also this can be measured. We will see more about this. Yeah. So that's really it. And usually there is this understanding, let's say, rather say it like this, that in aromatherapy we want all compounds. We are greedy to have everything. Everything, and that means also the heavy guys in the end. When a farmer decides to not distill until the end because of economic reasons, he needs another half hour for energy, then, well, he misses some compounds.